How should you negotiate starting salary as a programmer? Okay, so you got the job. Awesome. And they send you an offer letter, and the offer looks good. Should you negotiate salary? Now, before I start, please like and subscribe. Leave a comment down below whether you agree or disagree with me. I want to hear from you. Feel free to connect with me on LinkedIn or Twitter. And the spreadsheet I'm going to show you is available on my GitHub or my website. So the short answer is yes, you should negotiate. The company has just spent all this time and money to bring you on board. They don't want you to get away. But there's a couple of things you need to know. So to start, your salary was determined in October of the previous year when everyone sat down and wrote out the budget. So it's going to be a lot easier to find a job with the salary you want in January or February when there's still money in the budget than it will be in August or September when companies are nearing the end of their budget cycle. The first quarter is the hiring season. If you go to my LinkedIn, this rings true. Most of the jobs I've gotten in the first quarter. It was March, January, February. So you can look for a job whenever you want, but you'll have more negotiating power during the first quarter of the year, January through March. Second thing to know, you're probably not going to get paid much more than the average salary for a developer in your area, unless they're targeting a very specific niche application like compiler design and you happen to design compilers, or maybe you have something like a government security clearance. Okay, so here's how you start your negotiation. Go to Glassdoor and put in the job title and then the location of where you are. And that's going to return your average base salary. So now you can know whether the number that company gave you is correct. Then take a look at all the other companies out there and see what wiggle room you have to request a counteroffer. Now, when you counter, never counter with a round number or anything that divides by 5. So if they offer 75K, and that is fair within the range because you did your research on Glassdoor, counter with 83K or 86K. Here's why. Precision implies that you've either done your homework and you know your value, or you have another offer from another company that is a round number and you're trying to see who can beat that offer by $1,000. And that's a reasonable thing for someone to do. Now, let me explain what's going on behind the scenes when you counter. As I explained in my video, Why Companies Lowball Salary, the engineering manager has a spreadsheet that looks a lot like this one, and everyone's salary is on this spreadsheet. Now, I have been an engineering manager before, and I have personally done what I'm about to show you. So this is a salary worksheet for CrapTech, which is a small to medium-sized software development company in Silver Spring, Maryland. And the engineering manager and IT director got together at the start of the fiscal year, and they decided in order to meet their goals, they need one new mid-level developer and one new junior developer. They also want to give everybody a 2% raise. And there's one guy named Sporty Ryan, who's a mid-level developer. They want to bring his salary up to a senior level developer because he has time and grade. So they want to give him a $10,000 raise. So I want to make one thing clear. All this company has to work with for hiring developers is $192,000. There is no Scrooge McDuck money bin that they can go and grab money from. This budget right here, $192,000, is all they have. So let's say it's January and CrapTech decides to post both the jobs, the medium and the junior. And you apply for the junior role and you get it. And you take a look at Glassdoor, and Glassdoor says the average salary in Silver Spring is $70,000. And CrapTech, lo and behold, they offer you $70,000. And as the engineering manager, I'm going to be like, let's start this guy at 70K, see if he bites. So then you're like, Joel, thank you for your offer letter. Can you do 80,000? And you're doing this thinking, hey, I'm going to meet this guy in the middle at 75K. But this isn't the engineering manager's first rodeo. Hey, Ryan, what's up, Joel? Hey, you know that guy you interviewed last week? The University of Maryland guy? I put in an offer. I gave him an offer for 70,000. He countered with 80,000. Is he worth 80,000 to you? I mean, if this kid can find a job for 80,000, he should take it. I would rather use that 10,000 for the mid-level guy. That's more important. I mean, I wouldn't do it. He was good, but he wasn't that good. So now one of two things happens. Either you get an email like this, thank you for your interest. We are too far apart on salary and have to resend your offer. Or you get an email like this. The most we can go is 70K. But how can I be wrong about anything? Now let's see what would have happened if you had countered with $76,000. Hey, Ryan. Yeah, Joel, what's up? You know that guy you interviewed last week? The Maryland guy. Yeah, so I put in an offer for 70K, and he countered with 76. You think there's another company out there that's got him for 75? Maybe. I mean, it was a solid interview. I would accept this counter and see what he does. So this is definitely a better outcome. So make your counter offer end in a 3, a 6, or a 7. Now, how many times would you counter? Well, I would honestly only counter once unless you have a competing offer from another company and you really are willing to walk away from that first company. And in a case like that, I would just throw down the offer from the company that offered you more money and say, hey, can you meet or beat this? Don't try to play games. But keep in mind that if you've gotten 2 offers and one offer is unreasonably low, that company with the low offer just might not have the finances to meet your expectations. For more specifics on competing offers, watch my video on more salary or more opportunity. It'll be available at the end of this video. Now, one more thing. Nobody's ever been on their deathbed wishing that they had spent more time at work. So if they won't budge on salary, maybe try to negotiate an extra 5 days of PTO. Companies are usually more willing to give out PTO rather than salary because PTO is kind of an abstraction and you might not actually take the PTO. Now let's go turn your software knowledge into a high-paying job.